got stories. No. Yeah, you know them ones.
Hey guys, welcome back to Ejekasoro, and today we have Ade.
Hi guys.
For those who don't know, Ade has started a new business called Total Soccer Plus. If you want to tell us a little bit about your business.
Yes, so Total Soccer Plus started 2 months ago, and it's a footballing company, one-to-one business and sports coaching in terms of coaching children, coaching adult teams as well. And I started 2 months ago. I had a vision over 4 years ago, and I've been honing my craft, waiting my time, trying to get as much experience as possible for this moment. And I finally decided to take the leap 2 months ago. Yeah, 2 months ago, May 7th. And yeah, 2 months in, it's going really well.
Yeah, you're doing bits right now, actually.
Thank you.
Has like football always been like a thing that you've wanted to do? Is that what you studied? Like, what did you study in uni?
Yeah, so I studied sports coaching and development in uni. And I started doing that obviously at the age of 18. I left school and I didn't really know what I wanted to do when I left school, because my whole life it's been, you need to play football, you need to play football. And our parents used to always say, like, you've only got one option in life, like, it's to play football.
Really?
And yeah, so like, we always used to go hard, and you see like where my brothers are now.
Yeah.
It's because of our parents and the people around us who supported us and pushed us. It didn't work out for me. I'm not dead bored by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not. But it didn't work out for me. So luckily, around the time it didn't work out for me, I was still in school.
Yeah.
So I got my grades, I got everything that I needed. But I knew I didn't want to study something boring to me.
Yeah.
I knew I still wanted to be in sports. So I checked out any courses and stuff like that that's going on. And I saw sports coaching and development at college.
Yeah.
And at the time, it wasn't really what I wanted to do, but I was 18, so I was just like, I need to start somewhere. Started that, and literally 2 months in, I was just like, this is so bad, you know, because I actually I was a baller, and like everyone knew me as they get me. Yeah, it felt like I fall from grace.
Yeah.
So like, I was just devastated. Anything I was doing, I was just moping around, kind of thing. And I said to my mom and dad, I don't want to go to college anymore.
Yeah.
And this, Nigerian parents said, what do you mean?
Yeah,
They said, what do you mean? They said, you have to do something. You can't just sit at home. You can't just go and work 9 to 5. You're gonna go and study. I said, right, okay. And from then, I've always knew that I had my parents backing but from that day, I knew I had to do it. So the thing is though, with college, I got my grades from college, and then you know how you do HNC, then you go to HND.
Yeah.
So I only was doing HNC, and it was to go to HND now, and they said I was below the cutoff to go to HND. So they were like, you're not coming to the HND course. So I was like, wow, like, what is actually going on here?
Everything you've done, worked hard for what?
Exactly. So I completed a whole year of HNC for them to tell me, oh, you're not gonna come to the HND year. So I was just like, wow, like, what's going on? But eventually, my dad was just listening to something on the radio the other day, one of those days around that time, and he heard like about the clearing, the clearing to uni and stuff like that. And so I'm thinking at the time, I can't get into uni. Like, if I can't get into HND college, like, what's then how am I gonna get to uni for it? We went there to UWS. It was Hamilton at the time, and they basically said, just throw in your personal statement and everything like that. And literally, I was doing it all night. Didn't go to sleep till about 7 a.m.
Wow.
And then 9 a.m. Literally 2 hours later, I'm sleeping at this time. They said that you got an unconditional, you can come to uni. Second year, I was like, wow. So uni would take me, but college wouldn't. That was God. I always say that was God, because if that didn't happen, I don't know where I would be right now. Like what? Because I would have lost all motivation, man. But we thank God. So yeah, went to uni. Long story about uni. Went to uni. Got my honours degree. Came out with a 2-1. Yeah, just for still. Go.
So I heard that you mentioned that your parents have always told you to do sport, to do football.
Yeah.
And I also know that your brothers are also what do you call it? They're performing as well, like professionally.
Yeah. So
how is that going?
It's amazing, like having two brothers who, from day one, been working so hard. But it's not even by their might. That's the thing. Like they can work hard, they're doing their part. But our parents, they're the ones who are taking us places hour or 2 hours away when we were still young playing football. They're the ones who are dedicating time and effort and money to throw us in and say, this is what they want to do, so let's pursue it, you know. And now my brothers play for Manchester City and Watford, and in the Premier League, and that's always been a dream. So I'm never like surprised that that's the case, but then I step back and I'm just like that's blessed. Like that really is blessed, man. So I'm always happy for my brothers. I'm their biggest fans. Like I am their biggest fans. But I also know when to give them advice, when to tell them the truth, and that's how I'm always gonna be. But yeah, great.
So speaking of your parents, did your dad, did he play football? What was the motivation behind getting their children to get into that?
You know how our parents always say they play football.
It's true.
Yeah, you know them ones with the bare feet and on the sand and that.
That's true.
Nah, they always say, I know every single Nigerian man that lives there,
It's because of their leg.
I play ball, exactly. So nah, my dad said he played ball in Nigeria. There must have been some athletic gene, maybe not from my dad or mom. To be fair, my mom played basketball.
Oh, really?
My dad, he probably did play ball back then, but it was just,
you know that we don't know whether to believe.
Exactly. But no, my mom played basketball. She was really good. She played for her college and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she was good. My dad has always been an athletic person as well, up until you got older and everything like that. So I don't think it's by mistake or anything, But they just pushed me in when I was like 7 years old, and I was playing football, and Dapo used to come and watch my games, and he didn't have a team at this point because he was like 4 or 5 or something. Yeah, if I'm 7, he was about 4. Yeah, so he was just come to watch me, and so this is where the obsession came with it. They would come to watch me, and then everyone else decided to get into it. And see, by the time Dapo and Dira are now old, I'm old. We've got Dola now coming up, and he's obsessed with football, so it's now going to be a family thing.
It's going to run in family forward.
Exactly. So we thank God.
You've also mentioned about your business. How did you decide that was the route that you wanted to take, or what have you ever wanted to play professionally? Yeah, so I wanted to play professionally, and I was at teams when I was younger. I was at Rangers with my brothers. I was at Motherwell, and it just didn't work out for me. And so by this time, I've been released. I'm doing athletics at this point, and I'm running for I'm representing Scotland and everything. But I know in my heart that this is not what I want to do. And in athletics, the scene was crazy in terms of you need to have natural ability. So. I had natural ability, but there's some crazy people out there. So I was just this ain't my route, man. But when I knew I wanted to start my business, it was definitely 4 years ago. When I went to college and I said, okay, this is what I'm gonna get out of it. I'm gonna have my own business. I'm not gonna work for anybody. My mom and dad have built up our name to be able to work for yourself and to be able to work and say you're your own boss, you know what I mean? My mom and dad have never said to us that you're gonna work somewhere 9 to 5, and
all credit to people who do. It's not me knocking it or anything, but I can't see myself living that type of life.
So what are your plans for your business? Are your plans to train pros or training for those who are trying to go pro?
Yeah, so my plan is to train people who are, of course, aiming to be professional, as well as professionals as well. But for the people who are aiming to be professional, we just work on their weaknesses. Of course, we still work on their strengths, but we want to target their weaknesses. It may be technical, like on the ball. It may be fitness. It may be first touch. Anything that they need to improve on, they come to the one-to-one programs for, and we will try our best to work on them. A lot of people that I've been working with are seeing improvements like really, really quickly, which is a good thing. I really pride myself in that, to be honest, is seeing improvement and seeing development. Because if there's no development and improvement, I'm not doing my job properly. And I want to do my job properly, of course. But yeah, my main target is people in deprived areas like the East of Glasgow. People who are aiming to become professional, and professionals who just want to, of course, hone their craft as well. So yeah, I'm literally open to everybody who wants to come in. If you're from the east, west, south, I don't really care. As long as you want to come in and play football, as long as you want to come in and become a better person, as well as becoming better at football. Yeah.
So how would you help the Black or minorities into getting into the football world?
So I think this is really important. Like, especially growing up in Glasgow, first of all, like, I came here when I was like 13. So I know myself, like, I've never had a Black person be the person I look up to, or be a person I look up to here, because there hasn't been that many people who represent us, especially in sports, in terms of coaching, first of all. Like, I've never had since I came to Glasgow, I've never had a Black coach. That's a fact even. I've never even had a Black coach. So I feel like I missed that part of the game, definitely. If I was in London still, you see a lot of Black coaches who are doing the same type of thing I'm doing. I don't know how many there would have been when I was probably about 13, 14, but I still know there would have been. And that's where I could have got maybe the advice I needed to hear properly from somebody who wants to see me go and succeed, rather than somebody who is just there for everyone kind of thing. I needed somebody who definitely put his arm around my shoulder and say, yeah, look, okay, Ade, this is what you need to improve on. This is what you need to do to make sure that you're going to go far, and do this and do that. I feel like I didn't have that person in terms of sports. I had my parents, of course, they could advise me, everything. So that was great, but I really want to be that role model for children growing up, for children of other backgrounds. Yeah, I want it to be diverse. I want it to be people of all backgrounds, and know when you come into my class or when you come to my one-to-one, be comfortable, be you, be exactly who you are, and I'm going to accept you, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to take you as you are, and the people around you, whether you're in a class or you're on a team, they will take you as you are as well. And I think that's a huge, huge part that society definitely misses nowadays. So I definitely want to make sure that that's the main goal and focus. So for Black youth, definitely I want them to see me and say, okay, Ade's doing this. I want to follow in the footsteps of Ade, or Ade's little brothers, Dapo and D-Ray. They're playing for huge clubs right now. I want to see if that I can speak to them or pick their brains, or I want to see if I can become like them in future. Because I've actually got people who look like me who are making it on a global platform now. And I'm not saying I'm making it on a global platform yet, but definitely my brothers are on their way, and we definitely need more black role models, Black leaders in society.
So, how do you face competition in Scotland?
I don't really have competition.
We'd love to see that.
I don't look at anybody and say this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be like. Like I've always been my own person, 100%. So everybody around me, because there's plenty of sports coaching businesses in Glasgow. In Glasgow alone, there's loads in Scotland. But I've never looked at anybody and said, yeah, this is where I want to be. Oh yeah, I'm jealous of this person. No, I'm on my own route. I'm on my own way. The way I started in 2021, from where I was last year, nobody took my route. You know, because the pandemic happened. Yeah. It was so tough, and it was so tough for everybody. But for me, like it was tough. Like I didn't have anything in terms of like income. Even I was in uni. So I was getting like, you know, the monthly SAS, and then after that I literally didn't have anything, and then I paid my bills, and then by the time I paid my bills I literally have nothing left. Lucky I had a good family, I had people who were making around me by doing what they're doing, and I got through that period, and now I'm here. It just came to me like that, like I've got to this point through nobody else's pathway but mine. So I'm not gonna look at you now and say, yeah, this is what I want to do. No,
because you basically made your own path.
I made my own path, 100%.
So in regards to your training, is it only based in Scotland, or do you do some traveling as well?
Mine is based in Scotland. So I'm based in Scotland. I'm based in Glasgow.
Is your training only in Glasgow or like Scotland, or
no? It's just in Glasgow
just
right
in Glasgow,
now.
okay.
Yeah, it's just in Glasgow. I don't have bases yet. I'd love to in the future have one place here in Glasgow, one place in Aberdeen, one place in Edinburgh. I'd love to do that while other people are running it. Yeah. So by God's grace, that's the goal. But for now, this is where I'm based, and occasionally I can go, because of my brothers, I get opportunities to go and work with footballers down there, down in London. So I've recently went down to London to go and coach some footballers, professional footballers, and go and work with like coaches who've been working in the game for years and years and years. So that gives me more experience. That lets me pick their brains and like see where they're at and see what they've done. So this whole coaching thing is just coming to me like that, you know what I mean? It's just I'm blessed to be in a position I am where I've got two people in sports who are at a high level, and I can then just, of course, do my own thing, but also get opportunity like how I did recently. So yeah, it's brilliant. I want to be here. This is where I'm based, but who knows in the future where I'll be. So
what is your 20-year plan? I know that people say your 5-year plan, but you know
20 years.
2 years. Like 20. What do you
not 5. 20, yeah.
Okay, let me change to 5 years, isn't it?
No, let's do 20. Let's do 20.
Yeah. It's just because like I feel like people always ask in 5 years, but anything could happen. Like what's the legacy that you want to leave?
So in 20 years I'll be 43 years old, and in 20 years I plan to well be established. Like, I plan to be established in the next 2 years, let alone 20 years, you know. So I plan to be established. I plan to, like I said earlier, I want to have places here, Aberdeen, Edinburgh, London, you know, Leeds, you know, all these places. I want to have places everywhere where I'm just like, I'm sitting back and I'm seeing everybody coach for me. And that's what I want my business to be. I want my business to be worldwide and like getting people from all different backgrounds to come in, join in, and feel welcome as well. So yeah, that's literally my dream in 20 years. Cause 20.
So could we possibly see a YouTube video coming along soon?
100%. I've been planning a YouTube channel, to be honest. I just want to have content like interviews with players, professionals, challenges, all of that. So yeah, 100% YouTube's coming soon.
So we should be looking forward to that then.
100%. Total Soccer Plus, YouTube, come on. TSP coaching, all of that, come on.
So what would be the 3 things that you want people in Glasgow to do to support your business?
Thank you to everybody who has supported my business, first of all. Like, it's a huge thing that you are doing by helping. I just want to keep growing, just keep liking, sharing, reposting, like doing what you're doing already, guys. Like, for the people who are supporting me, thank you so much. And we can only aim to get bigger, better, and grow. So yeah, that's really it. No 3 things from me, just a thank you, and let's keep going, guys. Yeah, let's keep working.
That's great. So as you guys already heard, make sure to follow their Instagram, and there'll be a YouTube coming on. It's Total Soccer Plus.
Total Soccer Plus, yeah.
So make sure, I got that right.
You got it.
So guys, make sure to follow them and subscribe when their new YouTube is coming along. I'm gonna put the link down below, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
See you later.
Thank you so much, Ali.
Thank you so much for having me.
Bye, guys.
Bye.